What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of the Rakish Rovers. My name's Tom Quinn, resident dungeon master here at Modern Myth, but these are the beautiful people you are really here to see.
Hi,
say what's up to all
it's
those
the
beautiful people at
Rovers.
home.
What's up to all those people at home?
Nice.
What's up, people?
Very nice. Very nice.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the support on the channel. We are going to jump right back into things.
But no.
Before you do. No.
Okay, I'll do it. Hey, all you beautiful people out there, thank you so much for watching our channel and our episodes. It's been wonderful watching the community grow. If you could continue to help our little tiny channel grow, a like, comment, subscribe really helps. And if you are feeling so inclined, hit the little bell. And if you are really like, man, you're liking our stuff, we are not fueled on creative ideas alone. No, it's thanks to the glory of booze that helps this channel fund. So if you could go over to Patreon, you will give the thing later, at Patreon, that would be most appreciated. Thank you guys so much for everything you do.
There you go. Catch us at patreon.com/modmyth. All the support in any fashion, hugely appreciated.
Very much
But without further ado, we will pick back up the Rovers, having pushed their way into the old smuggler tunnels in this what I was going to say dreamscape, but rapidly deteriorating into something more of a nightmare scape.
It's fine.
It's
It's like unicorns and rainbows and shit.
no big deal.
Or pitch black nightmare fuel.
Having
Essentially.
done a bit of delving in this space already, came upon a presence, a voice who seems to control and manipulate this darkness. And the Rovers, or some members thereof, have already gotten a taste of what this darkness can do and manifest in their own minds. And just as they returned from one of the legs, preparing to push into new territory, the entirety of the room falls black, snuffing out Kel's divine light that he is capable of generating, snuffing out the flame of Lightbringer, Katarina's side arm. And with darkness setting in, the voice overhead booms.
And now it's time for the real test to begin.
And in that blackness, the world is yours.
Let's just commit seppuku.
Uh,
I got another character. It's gonna be fine.
Can I just reach out, grasp, and make sure I can make contact with
Yeah,
my,
actually, that's a good
my
idea.
comrades?
Okay. Given the marching order, presumably you would be standing right
I know
alongside
where they
Kel.
were
So
when it happened.
reaching out, you find Kel's sturdy form, and then kind of behind you, feeling around you,
Such biceps.
you're able to
Flex.
acquire Aster / Ollie's position as you're just kind of hands brushing through that way. But the utter blackness in this space is accompanied by little yelps, screams, sobs, chitters, everything from strange sounds like those you've heard before. You swear you can hear the clack and chitter of Onkeg mandibles, the kind of grotesque sound of the blackened vasculature that was growing its way through the Vencian underground. A call of a friend, just a shout or a yell. All of these kind of variables in the dark, none of them meaningless to at least one of you. This becomes kind of the slow chorus that builds in the blackness.
It isn't real, right? It isn't real.
Ollie, can you see anything? Or you have blind sense, I believe. Have we left our previous location? Are we still in the same corridor?
You get kind of an odd flit as it is not a common occurrence for Ollie to not be able to see anything. But given his sense of the space, what comes back in your mind does not incline you to believe that you are no longer where you believe yourself to be. But you can kind of feel the bristling and kind of the shudder running through Ollie's not insubstantial form at the prospect of being robbed of, at least sight. You also, kind of in sharing that telepathic link, occasionally you will hear a sound that means very little to you, but you get the reverberations of it meaning something to Ollie, much as you can hear the occasional noise in the darkness that you'll swear was a good friend growing up, or you'll swear is a beast that you've slain sometime before. You definitively get the sense that Ollie is not spared this experience.
Is it deafening, or is it just kind of ambient?
As of right now, it's kind of ambient. Simply, again, occasionally, sometimes you hear a blood-curdling scream that carries and just tears through. In fact, there's the occasions where, much as in your vision, you can hear the scream and sob of a woman. You can hear the smash of metal on metal. You can hear the quiver in kind of brutish voice.
I'm scared, boss.
And the kind of horrific scream of something special being torn from the flesh. These are the sounds that begin making up the tapestry, and it's unbelievable when robbed of sight how much the mind compensates with sound. And it is there is no word but nightmarish that adequately sums it up.
Kelt, how are you holding up? Can you...
This isn't real. This isn't real. This is an abomination. This is not right. Clutching the amulet at his
It
chest.
feels cold in your hand.
Oh, that's cool.
Alistrehi, find me. Guide me. Bring light to this darkness. And I would like to try to cast light again.
Okay.
Can I bless myself? Was the necklace
Well,
like a
there's no
blessing?
roll involved with casting light.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
It fails.
We should-
As you attempt to call that forth, clutching the amulet and your words kind of hanging in the air, find me.
Yeah.
Can I
Have been found. There will be no light here. She is mine.
I think I would like to fumble into the bag of holding for a strip, or not really strip, but a segment of rope. I'd like for us all to hold on to this or tie it around ourselves so we can't lose each other.
Smart.
What do you say should we press forward along the walls, or do you want to go back?
I feel like this is... Yes, we're being dissuaded, but we should keep going. If we stay put, we will for surely die. And I think we should stay close to Kelt. The fear will not grip us if we stay close to Kelt.
Certainly. I just we know there are no traps behind us. From where we came, we don't know what lies ahead.
Ah, that's a very good point. What do you feel, Kel?
I think it's trying to impede. It's trying to stop our progress.
Words.
Words. I think we got to keep pushing through. At least get back to that T. And
Isn't that where we are?
I thought we were at the T.
did we make it that far?
Thought so.
Just as you arrived back at the initial T junction is when things went black.
Was it such that we walked into black, or it came on to us?
That came on.
Well, it came because you actively watched as your light sources diminished,
Oh,
and
right,
that's
right.
what really kind of set it in. But now that they aren't there is almost a physical sense of the darkness, as if moving through, there's more resistance than simply air in this space. Again, much like you kind of experienced this darkness, this corruption dripping from the ceiling, and that it carried some, for lack of a better term, weight to it. There's a sense, again, almost of moving through, let's say, mist, a kind of cool, albeit you can't see anything. You definitively get the sense that you are surrounded by it, that the darkness is touching you.
Inappropriately.
Everywhere.
Oh, this is a family game.
Yes. What the hell?
We're all tied up
And
right now, right?
We're all connected to each other.
Okay.
I can
Ser-
use my stick as like a poking stick, and it can give us some leeway.
That'll definitely help. Cass will just say, Siramal, if you're there, we, I guess, are your chosen ones. Help us here in the darkness. Please.
You expect an echo or reverberation or something in this space as you speak it, and you hear it stifle dead in the air around you, stuck kind of like black, no pun intended, pudding, as it simply dies. I mean, virtually no carry in this space. And again, you can hear kind of the low, just kind of rumble through the chamber, and much as you feel nothing, where even if you don't fully understand it, you sense occupying this body. I've always felt some pull to a higher place, some touch. Any reach, even beyond yourself at this point, even a few feet away from you, seems imposed and impeded in the blackness. And in that moment, you hear, "Cat?" And turning, you can see a young man standing beside you. A scream wails out of him as he just plunges into you. And I don't even need a... for 3 psychic damage. His image lingers in your mind, and one that, again, you can certainly conjure up, but you're having to dig into places, really push beyond where your consciousness has settled. And just that fleeting moment, the only thing visible to you in this blackness, this kind of pale visage of this young man, as this shrill, high-pitched, conscious, shredding scream as he kind of throwing his arms around you, his form kind of shredding away and tearing as he vanishes. That image is left in your mind, and you can feel kind of the strain and burn on your consciousness being in this place. Another kind of rumble as a chuckle moves through, and you can hear now that these sounds that are moving through this place, they're not stationary, they're not emanating as trickery in the dark. They are active and have intent.
Did anyone hear the scream besides me?
No one heard, I think, anything besides you.
Oh.
Good question, actually.
Guys, I was just attacked. I think they're starting to get hostile. We need to move.
Agreed. I'm hoping this is like a bubble. If we could just get out of the bubble's reach. Most spells have a reach. So pushing on, I think, would be a good path to make.
Hang on tight, and I'm gonna start moving forward pretty briskly.
Let's do it.
Can I like hit the shield on the wall as I go, just kind of lightly to just see where it is, and then use the spear as like a tapping
walking
stick?
Yeah, sure.
To just because you said it's like a 10-foot, right? So I should be able to like.
The initial corridors. I mean, you could take the spear, or you could touch
I just
want to
like
if you really needed to,
guide us and kind of tap out to see if there is an opening or kind of where it goes.
Okay. Moving forward, the entire team, you can feel kind of the tug of the rope as you start finding some semblance of coordination in this space. The blackness around you, you can hear kind of the kung, kung, kung of the shield banging along the left-hand wall, and this ting, ting, ting as the spear reaching out, trying to find.
Does it become melodic?
You suddenly hear kind of more of a clatter as you feel that the head of the spear actually clatter into a wall ahead, and feeling out, you can feel that the path turns sharply to the left.
Okay.
We're turning to the left.
Okay.
Follow me around this corner, you guys.
Okay. I'm gonna keep my hand on your shoulder, but weapons out.
Okay. As you guys continue pushing forward, kind of that rhythmic tapping in the dark, mixing with the growing sounds, these screams and pleas, turning that corner, you begin pushing forward. It's about 3 taps in or so when you very definitively, in fact, you feel the rope tug to a stop as you kind of screech to a halt so as to not run into this figure. And you can see kind of back to you, turning as you approach, looking over his shoulder. Wolf girl? And you see that he kind of turning back, and as he is, whatever it is that he's messing with his back to you, he kind of turns back, wearing a scowl, a look on his face that you've seen once before, but never in your direction. And you can see that he holds a large knife, a knife you've seen him gut many a deer with, and he takes about 2 strides directly in your direction, driving it upward. You feel kind of a sharp pain in your gut as his visage vanishes for 3 seconds.
Just out of curiosity, is this spell damage?
It is not.
But also,
you have a
Good
thing.
question, though.
You have a thing, sir.
you've got scars on your temples.
Super cool tattoos.
Yeah, temples.
It's
psychic.
resistance to psychic.
That's true. So, half damage?
Call it 2.
Call it
Oh.
Oh man.
By
I'm gonna
doing
put-
3, I totally basically circumvented your deal.
You
You only got 1/3 reduction.
damn math.
It's finally you.
It's
Yes,
finally gotten
that
used.
might be the
How
time to
did
get
you
used to this
say-
campaign.
And you don't even get to use it.
I know.
Everyone's getting like their tight shit when they're not in their
Yeah,
bodies.
critting and using my level 3 spell slot.
I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
I am gonna pick a lock.
Yes, you are. That's gonna be
You're
the
gonna do it
ultimate
easily
thing for
first
me.
try,
It's
no
gonna be no problem. You're gonna crit it. The fucking bane of my existence.
As you feel that tug, kind of, you're going to move forward. And you feel that tug from Astaire.
Thank you.
And you can again kind of hear a more raking breath, a stuttered respiration kind of come from behind you. And as you go to turn back, you come face to face with what?
Oh no, that's a weird fucking moving thing.
You come face to face with a man that you instantly recognize. His face kind of long and haggard, just as you saw him before. You watch as Horace takes kind of a slumping step in your direction. Kneel, boy. And you watch as he kind of raising a hand up, and just almost out of instinct, kind of a reeling, preparing to defend yourself, and kind of vanishing before the strike even comes. You feel that kind of that pull at your mind, at consciousness, for 6 psychic damage.
Yeesh.
Is that spelled this?
None of this will be spell damage.
So if I understand correctly, like there was no time to react.
This
is all just happening.
And it's you're beginning to be able to feel, with this rope being tethered, these kind of stutters and stops with the team, these winces and flinches, and increasingly you're beginning to see, in fact, as you guys begin moving again, you watch as kind of a visage you can't quite make out cuts across your vision, across what would be a hallway if you could see. The audible indications of many, many more of these things making themselves known as you move further into this space.
We're still in the darkness?
Absolutely, yes.
Can I cast Dispel Magic?
Absolutely.
Alright, I cast Dispel Magic on the... I don't know what's going on. This needs to stop.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Casting the spell. What are you casting it on?
The darkness, I guess.
You utter what sounds to some like gibberish, but to you, something quite elegant. Quite. Alas, there's no effect.
Well, that's a waste of a level 3 spell slot. That's great.
It was worth a shot. I've always wondered.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should keep pushing.
Yes, we need to move. Aster, come close to me.
Who's this Aster?
Aster.
Thank you.
You still have the item we were meant to bring, right? You not?
Shh. Yes, I do.
Would it be of any use in this?
Let's find out, I guess. I don't want to know that the enemy knows that we have it, but
It's true.
I think he might be right. And he'll bring out the prism.
Oh, we don't have the prism.
I bring out the
Serpent's eye.
I bring out the serpent's eye.
Oh my goodness.
I thought it was a prism, but anyway.
Reaching down into, I don't know if you had it in your pocket, your satchel. I think last I heard you just pocketed it. Reaching down, and as you pull it, you feel a bloom of illumination
Okay.
around you, albeit minimal.
Still.
You can see now that very truly this blackness kind of receding, reeling from the eye like a fog or a mist. And as it does, you can see kind of the tendrils of finger and an occasional face that kind of forms itself and drawing back. So you are at the back of the pack.
They're in the back of the pack.
So I'm just, as of right now, if you're holding it, then certainly, interestingly enough, anyone who is not immediately adjacent to you cannot see it.
Gotcha.
They cannot. They can't even acknowledge that there is any form of light source.
Cass, give this to Kelt. And he'll give you the serpent's eye.
You throw it, but no one can see it.
No, I
Rattling down the hall.
I put it in Cass's hand.
Okay, I'll hold it. Do I get the same experience?
Yep.
Can
In fact,
I see-
as he's passing it to you, I mean, kind of we'll call it the sphere around this eye just seems to ward whatever this darkness is. So as that transfer occurs and as it moves away from you, you feel kind of that cloak of blackness.
So only the holder experiences
Pulling
it?
around. It's probably about a between 3 and 5 foot diameter bloom.
I see. Okay.
Not 5 foot diameter. It's pretty fair.
Cal, very careful with this, but this,
My hands are kind of full. I
Okay.
mean, you can hold it for, I don't know what you're trying to give me, but
it's 5 feet. So could I
About
hold,
5 foot diameter.
Could I hold it around? If I'm holding his shoulder,
I mean,
can
if you wanted to
hold
hold
in
it out
front
in
of
front.
him as a lantern, so to speak.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd probably have to hold Lightbringer or backwards or something to do so, but
Okay. Well, if you're going to be actually wielding in that capacity, I'd say you probably have to stow one of your.
okay, I'll still Lightbringer and I'll hold it up. So
The slightest semblance of light, but it's an unbelievably comforting feeling to see something, be able to see each other's faces just in that dim glow. What do you guys do?
let's keep pressing.
boom. You're just doing I'm just going with my booms and my clangs.
Tapping forward again behind you, a whale. In fact, you look back and you can see a woman, her entrails drag behind her. She's dragging herself. No matter how fast, you can glance back and know in it, but every time you glance, she's gaining, despite the fact that you're in a kind of a hustled walk. You feel kind of a claw at your ankle and then kind of up to your hip as she kind of drags herself
Jesus Christ.
up from behind, doing everything in your power to not look at her, kind of coiling herself up and over to turn her face to face with yours. You did this. And she kind of withers. You feel a
This is some fucked up shit, guys.
sting for 5 psychic damage.
Correction.
3.
3 psychic damage. If I start doing the math and then he does the math, then we're gonna be in some big trouble. So I just gotta throw it out there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start doubling all the psychic damage to him, so that then he halves it and we're good.
There we go.
Do we feel the rope stop or?
I'll leave that to you. I can't imagine that's an experience that.
No, Kel, sorry. Astaire will run the opposite direction of the thing. I don't know what direction it is in because I'm in pitch black. I'm just gonna start running.
Okay. Well, that would be the direction they're going anyway. So,
Cool, so
you feel a clatter of
Whoa!
Aster kind of smash behind you as you watch as 2 more of these visages kind of from up ahead kind of coiling themselves out from around a corner or what have you, twisted and broken. Allies from the past kind of come lumbering in your direction. You can see the scowls that they're wearing, some of them wailing, a neck wound, which is wailing more than the mouth itself, as they stammer in your direction. The two of you up front. Oh shit. 9 psychic damage and 8 psychic damage.
Jesus.
Glancing back, you can see another, and then another, 2 more kind of lurching out and crawling, bringing up the rear behind you.
Yeah.
And now you're beginning to get the sense that these things are coming out of the woodwork. This is
A full-blown attack.
This is you are being bombarded psychologically as more of these things. And again, it's like you glance over and you can see for a moment, you can see kind of the lurching head of the brood mother kind of draw back behind one of the twists and turns in the cavern.
I think we need to move.
Yeah, we need to get the hell
really
out of
need
here.
to pick up the pace.
We need to get the hell out of here.
Oh, I didn't feel like the pace has changed. Like I'm just banging and clicking. So
Okay.
if I can go faster, if everybody's, I'll pick up the pace.
Okay.
I will pick it up.
Where you're into a jog or a run through here? Is that your
Well, I mean, nobody can really keep up with me, so
Oh.
very
Excuse
Cal-like
you.
response?
We might be dragging us.
a stare.
There.
But no, I will make it like a brisk walk to a jog.
If you'll also apply 8 psychic to Ollie.
3 or 4. Wait,
Ollie.
no. Ollie. Yeah.
Okay, picking up to a jog.
How's he
Yeah.
doing?
18.
As you guys kind of pick up, and now you can hear kind of the king, king, king back and forth, and you're beginning to get the sense though between this little bit of light that you have,
Yeah.
just this tiniest bloom, and starting to use that. There's a moment of appreciation for the snake visage that you had seen earlier, but you're beginning to get a sense. You kind of king, king. You can hear kind of the deadening of that sound here, but the reverberation, and your mind begins to piece together some of these movements with you, straight Henry Keller style.
Henry Keller.
As you continue charging through this space now, you glancing back, you can see kind of to either side these small alcoves, these things begin kind of lurching out, the ones that you had seen before beginning to try and pick up the pace, and they are properly on your heels now, though not actively being able to pool onto you and assault you. As you move up a kind of a brisk right hand turn takes you into a much more open chamber. You feel just air to either side all of a sudden as you kind of make that turn, the spear not finding anything.
And I'll shout out the direction so everybody's aware.
Okay. Calling it out, and between that and the rope, you guys hustle your way up and into this space, and as you feel a vacuum of material to ping off of, what would you like to do?
We're in open space here.
I'm gonna
Large room?
Can I take the orb and kind of go to the wall that we just, like the mouth of the cavern we just entered, and kind of see if I can follow the wall around?
Sure. As you begin kind
I
of,
don't want to get too far from them though.
well, I imagine you can't.
I think,
by
yeah, we're
nature
all
of
pretty
your,
close.
Your tether. As you begin moving that way, the wall seems to extend as you're moving that direction. I'll say probably a maximum of 15 feet or so that you have by way of tether.
Okay.
And you were just beginning to make out the termination point of that wall. This kind of, from this portion anyways, a relatively square room that you found yourself in.
So I've just mapped the wall to the left. Say, okay. I'll just keep going. I don't know what's in the middle of this room, but we'll find out.
Following the wall or towards the center of the room?
Following the wall.
Okay. Continuing to follow that around, you come across a crate, albeit compared to the grain ones that you've seen, this one stands a fair bit taller. The wood looking far less brittle as you move across, kind of the lid toppling off, and you watch as Ravenholt slumps
come on.
out. He kind of reaching a hand out, and you can see kind of this spool of arcane energy as he kind of dissipates, swirling in your direction for 9 psychic damage.
Dang.
Are we missing something? We gotta be missing something.
I don't know. But now we're
anything
starting to
else
see
that we-
other people's things. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Because you're not seeing.
because I'm not Cat.
Yeah,
That
or
was-
you're not
that was
Aster.
Aster's.
Yeah.
Well,
As you're passing that and assaulted by this apparition, you do find the next termination point of that wall. So roughly square so far in shape
So
and
We're just
size.
in like the eye of the storm.
that's kind of where I'm just like, it's getting worse because we're getting like
Near the
it's,
end.
It's hostile for the. I don't know. That's encouraging to me,
Yeah.
honestly. So
No, let's keep going. You can
um,
find an exit out of this room.
I don't know what's
Stop
in
rolling.
This.
Just keep going.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just keep going along the wall. Is there any opening?
As you turn that next wall, it's about 15 feet or so along that wall. You find another opening, much like the passage that led into this one.
Okay, Cal.
All right, to the left here. I'm assuming it's left.
Right.
More or less, I guess. Pushing forward, the two of you, you're still keeping the eye out as a pseudo.
I would say back
light
to
source?
where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're back to like a 10-foot corridor again.
Mhm.
Okay, let's
keep moving.
do my thing.
Pushing through into this next corridor, legs kind of pump. You're into a jog, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And as you do, looking back, you can see kind of the pale shifting apparition. This room behind you that you've just exited is 8-10 of these things. Like I said, all shapes and sizes, but none of them unrecognizable to you guys. They are all carry some meaning of form. You get about 5 strides through this when suddenly kind of Kel blooms back into light.
Oh my god.
Do I feel the tether again?
As you bloom back into light, you feel kind of the soft reach. It's almost the feeling of a hand on your shoulder or on your neck, which until it was gone, you didn't realize kind of how important and how meaningful that feeling was. As you bloom, all of you now kind of leaving this veil of shadow, as you step into this main hallway, you can see that it straight ahead there is a stairwell that is leading up, albeit it's you can only see maybe 10 feet or so up towards the stairwell. You, as she blooms to light, see the black shape kind of twitch, and you watch as a kind of an elongated hooked hand kind of reaching up. You can see it
your
Oh,
as
turn.
well.
My turn.
Oh, I do.
But
It's got eyes for.
as
Cass.
it kind of reaches its way out, this kind of elongated, spindled hand, it kind of flits and flutters and kind of for a moment you think is gone, until you kind of, as you turn, you can hear it kind of breathing kind of into your ear and neck, and kind of half not wanting to look and half needing to know precisely what it is that's there. You feel a cold flush run through you, which is immediately dissipated by the most unbelievable, gentle warmth. You can feel kind of the bob and shudder of a cart as it lumbers along. Your eyes kind of opening, not asleep, but having been relaxing. You can feel the warm midday sun kind of pooling on your cheeks, on your forehead. You can hear outside the cluck, 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 cluck of hooves. And before you're able to take in your surroundings, a voice. It's a beautiful day. You've been quiet this trip. Are you all right?
Can you see who's speaking?
Turning, you can see a very well-dressed and well-groomed man. Dark, very dark brown, maybe black hair, kind of slicked back, a tightly cropped goatee. The cart continues clattering along. He kind of leans his head outside and looking up, you watch as kind of the sun pools on fairly chiseled features, a very kind of dignified bone structure to this figure. And as he draws back in, you're going to like the farm. It's a magical place, an escape from the city. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, thank you. Just resting, enjoying the sunlight.
Are you enjoying working for me, Katerina? Your time at the manor?
Yes, I think it's been mutually beneficial.
It's been nice having children in the manor. They bring such warmth, and I've enjoyed your company. You watch as his hand fishes in his pocket as he speaks, his inner jacket pocket. He pulls out a small timepiece, one that a gold back pocket watch.
Familiar?
Very deep recesses of your mind, you feel a ping of recognition, though you cannot. It lives in a space of deja vu. You cannot place how you could possibly know this thing because this whole space is foreign to you. He looks at it almost longingly. He kind of stares at it for a long time. I've been thinking about that day in the market when you took this from me. This timepiece is very important to me. You know why I let you take it that day?
Why?
I saw potential. I'm willing to take risks when I see potential. Emmett, should stop. Give the horses some rest. You feel kind of the cart lurch.
Is it a cart or like a carriage?
A carriage, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, proper. I mean, it's nice suede seating.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
yes, this is very nice. Kind
Luxury.
of,
Bougie.
you see as it comes to a stop, kind of odd given the landscape because it's kind of open plains to this point. You can see the tree line quite a ways off, though a small tree, maybe fruit bearing, hard to say, but kind of stands alone, solitary out in this field. He glances again at the timepiece. You're Blackwell now. Do you remember what I told you that day Market.
No, I don't recall exactly.
He glancing out, you can see that the driver has dismounted. Another figure that you recognize, though, in this weird place of difficult to qualify. Come. He opens the door and steps out, finding a little bit of shade from this small tree, barely producing enough shade, but welcome given the heat of the day. He transfers the watch into his other hand and very clearly opens his jacket, dropping the watch into his pocket. Take the watch from me. Take the watch.
Right now? She'll attempt to pass him covertly and take it from his coat.
As you reach out, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand with disadvantage. And you feel the strange dream or nightmare-scape sensation of your body not responding in the ways that you know it's capable of doing. You feel kind of this concrete limb reach out for...
That's not good. You know that one.
At disadvantage?
Yes, ma'am.
20.
20 at disadvantage, still potent. Reaching out for it as your hand kind of moves towards the jacket. His kind of whipping out. You swear you can hear the crack as it smacks into your hand. You feel a wince of pain drive up your arm. What are you doing? Take the watch. Look at me. Take the fucking watch.
She'll just
He smacks your hand away again. I don't even need a roll. You feel the wince, the other hand cracking you. You feel the sting of pain tearing across your jaw. You can taste the metallic flavor of blood pooling in your mouth. What the fuck are you doing? Do you not understand? Did you not hear what I said? Take the fucking watch!
Am I armed?
Another smack across your face.
Do you have anything on me?
You are actually in kind of quite a nice dress. You're certainly not geared up as an adventurer, but you can see that that next hit, you can feel a firm kind of split as the blood that's pooling in your mouth, that irony bite. Well,
She's getting very frustrated, anticipating
yes,
the next
that's right.
hit.
That's right. Channel it. Take the fucking watch. Maybe I picked wrong. Maybe you're not the girl I thought you were. Maybe you should be back in the fucking gutter where I found you.
She'll let out a scream and just run at him. And then as she approaches, she'll duck under his arms and go around behind him and try to take the watch underneath his lapel.
Give me a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
What?
I rolled a 17 and 18.
Sleight of
Jesus.
It's also my highest
It
skill.
is a
so
damn good skill.
Sleight of hands are highest?
Yeah.
Huh.
Charging forward, dipping underneath, you feel your hand slip up, kind of between his vest and the jacket itself. You feel your fingers reaching up through, brushing against metal as they fish down into the pocket, ducking underneath. Another hand swinging over your head, your fingers clasping, lifting the watch up and out. His other hand looping down, catching you by the throat, driving you backwards and slamming you against the tree. The other hand kind of coming up, the forearm pressing into your throat, and you can feel consciousness beginning to leave you as you lift the watch, fingers shaking, adrenaline pumping through your system. And with the last bits of consciousness you have left, the red out, the blackout that is taking you, you watch a smile stretch across his face. He releases you and you feel kind of a 8-inch drop or so as you land back on your feet. Good. You're a Blackwell now. We do not fucking try anything. He takes the watch, tucking it back in his pocket. We've got a day's travel or so ahead of us, so dust yourself off. And it would be best for us to put this behind us. We've got business to attend to. He climbs back into the carriage. Emmett! And a pull back, and you can feel your hand now poised tightly, holding tense to the back or wherever you were maintaining your position on Kel's form. The world is yours.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Kelt, perhaps we have some words later. I see you're lit. Let's move forward. I think we're getting close.
All right. I'll continue forward. Up the stairs, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Are we met with a door, or are we going into a different room?
As you get to the bottom of the stairs, you hear the distinct of something
Oh, shit.
lowering a plate. You feel a good 4-inch or so
Yay,
slump
traps.
At the bottom of the stairs.
Trap!
And you can hear...
Shit.
The water.
It would have been so great if it actually
It really
was. That would have been so perfect.
Is there-
Alongside, you can see, again, that slop of blackness still coming off the ceiling, as you've seen before. You can see now kind of pooling and dithering on the floor, though raising slowly, a thick green mist is beginning to fill this chamber behind you. And right now, you immediately smell that telltale sweet, sickly sweet, this kind of cyanide.
All right, we should probably
So
push
we can move
forward.
forward. The door slammed behind us.
The no doors closed. Just
It's like a pressure plate that's
I see,
releasing
I see.
gas. Hurry, let's get out of here. Let's go up
So
the
is it-
stairs.
if we get off the pressure plate, does the gas stop, or has it been activated? Period.
are you guys off the pressure plate?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do continue to hear the hiss as it.
Can you manufacture some containment with the earth?
Is there enough dirt to cover the spouts that the poison is coming from? To fill it in so that it doesn't disperse?
Well, given your very low visibility, you're going to have to go see if you can find where those points are. But certainly there's earth at your disposal, if that's...
Okay.
That's another barrier.
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna just untie myself. Why don't you guys go do the
Don't,
door
don't,
thing,
don't.
and I'll go do this
No,
because
no,
this
no,
is
no,
what
no,
you
no,
want me to
no,
do.
No, don't do that. Aster, you're with us, right? Aster?
I thought we were going to the door. Can we just go to the door and try to
door's
leave?
still open, right?
Which door?
What
Or
door?
up the stairs. I'm assuming there's somewhere to go up. There's
Yeah, you can
freaking
continue up the
stairs.
stairs. It's at the bottom of the stairs where this pressure
Oh,
plate
Yeah,
was.
let's just go up
Yes,
the
go up the
stairs.
stairs.
Let's
Yeah,
go up
that
the
makes
stairs.
sense.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go up some fucking stairs.
Continuing up the stairs. Are you untethered at this point?
No.
Ideally not.
I stopped him.
charging your way up the stairs, you come to the upper landing, and as you arrive there, you can see a long stretch, and this area is actually beginning to lighten up, whereas in fact you can see some small shafts of light where defects in the stonework overhead are allowing for some light to pool in this area. But you can see a long kind of this narrow corridor that continues on, a series of not insubstantial fractures and chasms where portions of this have fallen away, much as the ceiling has begun to deteriorate here. So as you hit the top, what would you guys like to do?
Stop rolling dice. I like the DM to stop rolling dice. I have a feeling that we left something behind, but I agree we shouldn't go back for it. But we missed something. I know we did.
What do you mean?
We left our entire room. There's a trap there. Sir Khan is trying to stop us from exploring that area. I don't know.
Oh, I think the smugglers left the traps, but Sir Khan is the one that's...
Well, we found boots and a ring.
Yeah.
They didn't mean nothing to us, but they could.
You want to look at them?
Let me check to see how many spell slots I have left.
And are we? Did you say we're in a corridor or in a chamber?
This is just a long, straight corridor, but again, the floor has crumbled away.
I can look, but I'm kind of running out of spell slots.
I think we should continue moving.
All right.
I think we may have left something behind. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe there will be opportunity to go back.
Definitely
but for
not.
now, the mission.
let's go.
Mission.
All right. We gotta
Save
cleanse
them
the
all.
area of Shere Khan.
Car.
It's Khan.
He's the king of the jungle.
Fire jungle.
Shere Khan. Oh golly.
The tiger.
You see, even when I try to throw you a bone.
Right?
Well, the thing is, I'm gonna take the bone and I'm just gonna run with the bone.
As you, so you guys are pushing forward?
Yeah, I guess.
I will continue.
looking-
I will again go. So now that we can see, I'll go back to checking for traps.
Okay, so you guys are moving slowly, being a little more meticulous with that. Pushing forward, it's probably about 30 feet or so before you can properly assess the terrain here where this has collapsed away. And you can see that that collapse is not insubstantial, something kind of a sinkhole. Above, you can see where very likely it's been eroded by water, because you can actively see many places where water could intrude here. And in fact, much like you saw to a smaller scale in the corner of the room where you found the treasure, a kind of a small root growing down there. Around here, you can actually see that kind of pervasive vines and roots begin growing their way out of the ceiling down along the walls. But it's probably about a 30-foot gap or so, the expanse by, frankly, without a light source, you don't know how deep. But it's very clearly the floor has fallen away in this place, or eroded away in this place.
And that extends to the full extent of the room.
Full extent of this entire corridor, yes. In fact, you can see one of the walls is kind of pseudo-compromised in the same fashion. The stones kind of slumping a little bit more.
What's the distance?
30 feet.
Is that jumpable?
Kel, no.
Do you know me? I'm very athletic.
Illustrate his blessing. Stop rolling dice.
Look, we gotta keep moving, you guys.
Well,
Is there anything in the
as
rafters?
I recall,
Well, there's no rafters for starters.
Are there
but,
rafters?
There's no but again, the stones above head, you can see some of them
Well,
have
I will.
displaced, and then the roots that are growing down. And
If
all these
you
overhead.
think you could jump it, then maybe Kelt,
I'm
Cass. Hang on. If you could push and help and then you could jump super far, and you could both work together to jump the gap with a rope tied around you. Might work. Or I could have
Understand that.
Ollie, who can fly across the thing with a rope tied around his
You
claw.
could do that too.
We're gonna go with
We're gonna go
door
Let's
number
go
2.
with that.
Calling out to Ollie, kind of mentally.
Forgot about that one.
He kind of nuzzling up against you. You could see, relieved to have the benefit of sight again.
Yeah.
And what do you have him do?
You're gonna have him fly across the pit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can he see how deep it is? Sorry. Question. Sorry, my bad. Old habits.
Can I see how deep the pit
I'm
is?
sorry.
He cannot. So you know it's at least deeper than the 60 feet.
Cool.
Okay, he flies to the other side.
Yep.
It's like 3 feet.
Can you
I know.
can you tie it to anything, Ollie?
He probably does not have the capability.
Can you just like brace yourself really hard?
Well, hold on. Can you ride him? You're kind of small. I mean, you're kind of
It's-
small still, so maybe you could ride him.
It's a medium. Unfortunately, I don't think I can ride
Can
a
he
medium.
carry you?
It's a large.
I mean, he
have to.
flies.
I know. Celts.
Could be tight.
It's true.
Could be super cool if
It
you
would
just rode
be.
his back a little
I
bit.
know.
Yep,
but
yep.
nope.
Sweet.
I'm pretty sure it's a large creature and Wormling's a medium, but I could look it up
Is he
for you.
strong? Could he hold the rope while
Perhaps-
you cross it?
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Yes.
There's,
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
there boulders among the debris?
You can see some larger slabs of stone,
Uh-huh.
Am I
Um,
helping?
Yes.
but they seem to be
You're
worked
helping.
stone, likely stone that had made up a portion of a wall or.
Something that Ollie could wrap
Medium.
the rope around and kind of.
Oh, you're talking about on the other side?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant down in the depression. No, not really on the other side.
No. It's a medium creature, so a medium can't ride a medium.
But you're small.
I'm not. I am not small. Your small brain
Do you,
is
hold
what
on,
is a
hold on,
problem
hold on.
here, not my small body.
Do you want me
Ollie-
to try to throw you?
I guess I have feather fall. I could probably not die.
Well, not if that fits really, 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 really deep.
I have a. Actually, I'm pretty much out of spell slots at this point.
Are
So
you really?
All right.
yeah,
so
everyone's
what's the
asking me to
answer?
identify and detect magic all the time. So yeah,
Those are rituals.
you're not asking for rituals.
Oh, well, I figured you were the master.
Nope.
of your own
Nope.
fate there.
No. I know. I was about to say you're saying, hey, we need this now. So okay, I'll give it to you now. But they're.
You should do another one.
I know you should. I know that's what the DM wants. Waste my resources. I'm just trying to be a team player here.
Is there.
Can I mold the earth that's sunken back up to the top so we can walk across it?
It's gonna take some time.
I'll
because-
fucking do it.
Right?
That's all I've got, so
Do we
I'm
have
gonna
any-
give that
do
a
we have
shot.
grappling hook?
We have a grappling hook.
We sure do.
In climate
begin
kits.
the process of molding earth.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well, shut.
As you begin the process, you can see now that the gaseous mist
It's
has
coming!
cleared the stairs. It is now probably about ankle high up on this upper platform.
We need to make moves, team.
We already have a dragon fucking across the rope. Let's just fucking go.
Okay, cool. Then start
Can
going.
we tie it across? Like, can we create a
A
zip
zip
line, for lack of a better word?
I don't think it was able to make her
There's
down.
yeah, she was inquiring about. There's nothing for him to tie it to. He can hold it.
Yeah, I was
but-
supposed to say he's a fucking medium dragon. So I mean, if he get like even a boulder where he can brace himself against it, or anything he can brace
I
himself.
mean, he can brace himself on the ground. It is a barren corridor.
Could he hold her
Well,
a stairs weight? I mean, because she's lighter. Because, she's just a wee baby mage.
So we hold one end, Ollie holds the other, and Aster crosses.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I'll do it.
How'd that go?
What is that?
I crossed the fucking. That's what I say when I'm crossing.
Oh, that's the noise you're making
Oh,
as
that's
you're
the
crossing.
noise.
Give me
Okay.
an athletics as you're crossing that.
Does my noise grant me any advantage?
It does not.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Witness me, bitch.
You critted?
Credit.
Apparently the noise helps.
Apparently it does. Aster crosses not
Thank
only
you.
safely, but maybe more importantly, quickly, as you get to the other side. What next?
I'll
Is there
help.
anywhere to anchor it? Can you see any?
Do I have any pittance or anything like that?
No, you wouldn't.
I do.
I will help brace Ollie.
Okay.
Okay.
Grabbing.
You're the next lightest, so you should go.
Okay.
How's that earth coming? Is it at least giving me a couple of like feet
well,
to?
who's holding the other end of the rope? I
Wait,
assumed
so-
it was
so-
you.
Oh,
Oh.
I can't like tie it to my waist, or somebody can tie it while I'm doing my mold earth to the top there.
Now, I will happily re-adjudicate this. My understanding was that you abandoned that when you guys said, okay, we've got a dragon on the other side, let's go. If you would rather be molding earth, you can do that, but you're not going to be able to effectively do both.
I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna get across then,
The
Maybe
molder.
not. Maybe you won't.
but I need to. I need
It's
to get
D
across.
and D.
So you're gonna mold earth?
Don't worry, I have another character.
No,
you can
I'm
kill.
gonna help the team. Is what I'm gonna do. It's the Kel way. See?
Kel
It's the
All
cat
right, bracing
way.
the line.
Don't worry, I have
Cat's
I have
heading
a
across.
backup
Cat's
character.
heading
Kill
across.
Cal.
Give me that
It's fine.
athletics, please.
Oh.
I
Alright.
am not gonna be the one to kill Kel.
It's
If
fine.
anyone is gonna kill Kel, it's gonna be you.
We'll see. My backup character is baller.
You, as you're crossing, the rest of the team watching, you can see that gas is beginning to spill now down. It's probably coming up on a foot deep on that upper platform. It's beginning to spill down into that eroded reservoir that you're crossing over now. So
Okay, so she's crossing. All right, so okay, you're crossing. This is also gonna crit you.
Before I do cross, can I make sure that Kel and I are still tethered? In the length, I'd eventually get to be the other side. The point being, if I fell, I wouldn't fall all the way.
oh, okay, so you will still want to. Okay,
Yeah.
So the tail end of that rope is anchored to Kel.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Is it a crit?
It is.
Holy
Is
shit!
it crushing? I don't even get a roll for my gas.
I'm terrified of what I'm gonna roll.
Well,
It's,
sorry,
well, this is
DM.
the thing is now we have 2 ropes with you on one end.
yeah, I was going to say, and we have a dragon, a weak ass wizard, and a
I was gonna
rogue.
say you.
Oh,
You
No, we
don't
have a.
present any confidence.
But I think you leaping as hard as you can and
That's
us
what I'm gonna
pulling
go
you.
for.
that's true. You run the fuck out of this. You
Can
are
I-
athletic.
Can I put my shield and my spear on my back and just go back, but as close to the mist as I can, and just fucking
Run and
run
jump.
my ass off,
running jump.
run and jump.
I need an athletics from you, and you guys are pulling
Yes.
with the help action. So if all of you are pulling, I have no.
Can,
Have we asked
Elestrahi guide me?
Elestrahi is a definitely a good place to ask for help for this one.
Can she guide me,
This is
please?
a guidance.
Definitely
Yep.
guide you.
Yeah, this is a
You
guidance.
got this. You got this. Let's get 3 crits, guys.
3
That would be
crits.
monster, wouldn't it?
I critted, dude.
No!
23
did.
plus 5. I don't know.
Yes.
It's like 28.
Oh my god.
No, I think it's a 7.
Every one of us critted.
we all critted,
a-
team.
Charge forward, you leap, giving it everything that you have. You immediately begin feeling. You watch this kind of Ollie backpedaling, all of them kind of driving. You can kind of feel this like odd pull where your own momentum is carrying so much, but you're a little bit astonished as your feet land on the other side. Landing down, you clear the pit, which is now probably about a third full of the green mist.
Is it
It's
still
green.
pulling? Is
That
it
was
still
black.
coming up?
It is, yes.
All right, let's
Let's
get out
keep
of here.
going.
All right, turning, charging your way onward, you are met with actually almost immediately another small flight of stairs. Kind of these
I'll check for traps.
elongated. Go ahead and hit me with a little.
It'll eventually be, like a normal thing.
No.
Is it a crit miss? You're checking for traps is my lock picking.
I guess. Well, if I didn't forget, I crit missed.
It's
There
bad.
are no traps here, guys.
Keep
you-
running.
What's over? This is as safe.
You
as
give
can
it
be.
your stamp of approval as As glancing back, you can see now kind of the waver of that gas, probably about 2/3 full. You guys
But
stand
not
at the
not exceeding into the next
not yet.
staircase. Not yet. Okay.
Yes.
You guys stand at the base of the stairs.
Let's go.
Hey, stairs.
Well, okay. I just want to step over that first. Just to be safe.
Okay. The area that
That
kind of
the plate
mimics
was.
the original pressure plate. That's not an unreasonable thought. Okay, taking kind of a big step onto the first just to get clear of it. It's not a huge space to clear, so with no problem.
Watch the pressure plate like the
you-
first.
It's the first step. Yep.
It's all
You.
Wasn't
We're gonna
that
teach
the
you
way
all
it
the
works?
tricks.
stepping up kind of as you allow all of your weight to settle on it, and you kind of go like, oh, sweet. You feel pretty good about it.
Okay. All right. I
Um,
did check for traps. But there were no traps.
Heading up the stairs.
Y'all follow suit.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Let's roll.
Let's do it.
Big stepping up and over.
Yeah.
Okay. Ollie
Big
doesn't,
stepping over.
unfortunately.
He
And,
triggers another
yeah.
clap.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
It's
We
a
all
huge
die.
explosion. As you crest the top of this stairwell, not a dissimilar experience from coming through this portal, really, to get to this place in the first place. Pushing up and kind of properly clearing the darkness that has kind of shrouded this place. It's the first time since you entered here that the unnatural weight of darkness isn't hanging on you. And it's an odd feeling to be in just the dark, which seems awful bright now. Like, I mean, it is still totally dark, but it's just a different experience altogether. And up ahead, you can see a narrow shaft, maybe 8 feet tall, shaft of light, bright.
Is it an average shaft or is it like a?
It's above average. Kel would see it and he would like.
Oh,
He'd
he's
rationalize, but
yeah, okay.
but you could see a shaft of light pooling into the chamber, kind of the corridor, illuminating the end of this, which almost looks like a door that's ajar. But you can see for the first time since you've gotten down here, bright light pooling into that space.
I think we're out of this.
I would sure like to go towards light.
Okay.
But we should probably be aware if we're getting to the surface or close to there's many
If we could
other
take a
things.
rest, I
And-
think would be
and-
fantastic.
I don't think we
In
need
the
to
words
rest.
of Cal, I've blown my load, so I could really use a rest.
I know, but the gas is coming, y'all. So
Well,
I wouldn't say y'all. That's,
come on, y'all.
y'all. The gas is still coming. So we should probably. I know we do need to rest.
Rest
but
in turns, right? Good idea.
no.
I'll go
We
first.
should definitely not do that.
I need to rest.
We
dude.
need to find
Short
somewhere.
rest would be so nice.
We need to find somewhere safe to rest.
This is fine.
This is.
We're gonna be fine.
No, yeah, we can keep going.
Yeah, but if we go up and we crest, then we're definitely gonna be like.
if we stay here, we will be engulfed in gas.
Then we should probably keep moving.
All right,
Yes.
let's keep going. We don't want to die by gas.
Though I did enjoy the gas. That was fun.
Wait, but do we want to? Never mind.
Let's go down and let's just like huff a little gas. Let's just see what happens.
See what would have happened.
Well, I mean, how long would we have lasted had we been down there?
All right,
Um,
let's
all right.
play.
I
You
would-
just want me to go through this door, or are we checking it or something?
check some shit.
As I understand, there's a chamber. I'm sorry, a corridor, and then up ahead there is a shaft of light. Is that coming through a door?
Yeah, it seems like this corridor terminates what would have just terminated at a wall, but that wall there is a crack, and when I say not a damaged crack, but a slit of light that is pouring, illuminating the end of this
I will
corridor.
continue checking for traps as we go, because
Alright.
I don't want like a door to close at the very end or something.
Right.
Would you say the opening is a 1-inch diameter?
I would say definitely. It's probably About that, maybe 1.5 inches.
What's going on?
Arcane Eye this bitch.
I thought you didn't have any more spells.
Yeah, I've been blowing my load on the lower shit, but I've kept some level 4s spell slots.
You're gonna send the whole eye out. I see.
All right.
If
well,
you want,
well,
you can
I
hold
check
on
for
to my
traps.
super burly arm.
Cool.
All right.
I
Check
tried, but it's like, oh, I can't even, like, it's just...
What is the bonus to this, if anything? I rolled a 6.
Oh, I just it's perception.
It's a
as you-
perception, which should
Okay.
be 8.
16 then.
This is ziggurat tunnels.
Moving along, you conjure up your arcane eye. The sphere heads out, and what?
I want to inspect the next room with a door, like that 1-inch diameter door.
Okay.
And go through.
As the eye approaches it, you kind of, in your mind, you can feel like your mind squinting against the light as it pushes out. You are greeted by, can only see, correct? Nothing audible.
That being said, I can read lips.
Yeah.
But
But it's only providing you visual feedback.
was it,
I'm
yeah, receive
99%
visual information.
Yeah.
Yep.
You push.
No, that's arcane ear.
Giant ear floating around.
That's the tightest level 9 spell.
Level 9. I'm going to use my wish spell to conjure an arcane ear.
I wish I had taken arcane ear instead of wish.
I know, right?
It's like you just create a fucked up vortex. As the eye pushes through that crevice, you are met by initially the blinding white light of afternoon sun. Some lush stands of jungle, albeit these ones are more curated. You see that you are in a broad courtyard, well inside the walls at this point. In fact, as you look up and to your right, you can see now, you can properly appreciate the scope and scale of the ziggurats that make up this main space as they tower above this. You can see occasionally the kind of oddly silent motion of snakemen or a group of snakemen running across. You can, I mean, there is, we'll call it intermittent chaos playing out outside. You watch, in fact, as you're glancing up that way, a couple of snakemen that are running across. You watch as 3 or 4 arrows find each of them. They kind of collapse to the ground and completely motionless. That's what you see on the other side of the door.
So it opens up to like almost like a wide open spot, and all hell's breaking loose. Cool.
Well,
And-
yeah, I'd say intermittently all hell is breaking loose, but yes.
And the ziggurat that we're trying to get to is how far away, would you say?
Probably 80 to 100 yards.
Okay. All right. And all right.
What's up?
So I can see past the door. Seems like the city's under attack. We might be able to sneak through in the confusion, but we'll have to time it correctly. So wait for my signal. Are you ready?
All right. I have a hood, right? Can I just like put it over my head a little bit? A lot of it.
Sure. What is the arcane eye? Is it still active? You have it?
Yeah,
I
it's
think you
a
have it for like
it's a
an hour.
concentration spell for 30 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to operate
Do
on
you-
the assumption that you're maintaining it.
It's a concentration, so yeah.
Do you
I'm
know
still
where
blind.
we're going?
Yeah, yes, I can see the ziggurat plainly. It's just straight ahead.
Is there
the
like a door?
It's slightly to the right.
And there's a door that you can see that we can just like run to.
That you cannot see.
Can I see if there's a way into the ziggurat with the arcane eye?
Sure.
That's how I try to find the entrance.
Heading off in that direction, you watch increasingly as more and more of these snakemen, you'll see kind of a skirmish, a clash break out, but you can see that the ranged fire, the arrows that are kind of raining down through this place are rapidly leaving, more snakemen than not that you're seeing are collapsing onto the ground around you as this invisible eye kind of passes through this warscape. As you move along, you come to realize that there's basically a series of these monoliths. The cracked stone portion that you came through with the eye is at the base of one of these monoliths, and a series of these monoliths make up a long main row that leads to the ziggurats themselves. As you continue that way, probably about 70 yards or so, before you kind of clear some of the foliage and one of the smaller ziggurats, you can see very clearly two small pointed monoliths, which pretty obviously mark a entry face on that side of the ziggurat.
Any guards posted or anything like that?
You can see many snakemen armed and armored. Some of them seem to be holding a position,
Right.
whether they're guards or simply finding cover where they are, or in the chaos. It's really hard to tell
Okay.
what role any of them are serving, but
Right.
that is. But you certainly don't see anyone who's currently posted as a dedicated guard.
Well, it's a ways away. It's around 70 yards. And there will be resistance. They might not be trained, but there will be resistance. Hold on 1 second more. I'm sorry. Is there any other way into the ziggurat other than the main entrance?
You just want to do a circumference of the... as you begin pushing out and around that space, you can... Coming around to a portion that was previously eclipsed by the main ziggurat, you can now see a substantial force marching. They're coming from the direction that you are moving. As you continue around that way, you can see that on the opposite side there is a similar entrance. Both sides seem to have, these are like four-sided pyramids.
Right.
That the two opposite sides seem to both have dedicated entries. But you can see that force that is moving.
Where's it moving towards?
Same direction you just came. I mean, it's wrapping around that ziggurat, but you can see in formation a level of discipline that you haven't seen amidst all of the other chaos.
Right.
As they are pushing their way, but they seem to be effectively moving counter to the path that the eye has been traveling.
All right. Well, there is resistance at the entrance, but there is also a well-trained force patrolling. I think we might be able to sneak through.
You think?
Let me check my spell slots.
Sneaking isn't really my thing.
It is if you're invisible.
But, well, hold on. I mean, we've got an amulet of Siramal and her eye, right? So what if we just...
Do you have an amulet? No, we have Sarkar's amulet.
Damn it. What if you just tell them, persuade them, lie to them, who cares?
We were told by Cicero that most either side would see something like us and probably shoot on sight, right? That's kind of the vibe he said.
I'd say whether even without his warning, you get the sense that likely
we probably wouldn't get close.
The novelty would wear off pretty quick, I think.
Can we make it? I mean, to the backside of the pyramid?
Yeah.
I'll have my arcane eye follow the patrolling.
Is it the way it sounds? I mean, obviously you're seeing this, but I'm just verifying. If we wait much longer, that force is going to envelop the ziggurat.
That's hard to say. It's moving It's moving from the furthest side of the ziggurat
Right.
around, and I mean, if they were to continue on their trajectory, they would come down the length that you just traveled with the arcane eye. So you want to just hold and keep an eye on
Yeah, as people are planning things, I just want to make sure my arcane eye follows the big force.
Okay. You don't have to follow them long, as they take up a position. The main ziggurat that sits central to the other two. The other two kind of straddling it, but they're offset a little bit. And they take up a position kind of between the two smaller ziggurats, more or less holding the central
You're
courtyard.
wearing the Ankeg armor, are you not? Don't you have the ability to, like, burrow?
I wish. No, I can
Technically,
tremor sense.
But
But
not the burrow.
speed, which is
Yeah.
that would have been ridiculous. That was we X-nayed that pretty fast.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I kind of
'cause
loved
that would
it,
be ridiculous.
especially with the mold earth.
I
Like it would have just brought a whole other dimension to Kel.
Earth bending your
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I like
I
it.
can.
Is there any cover?
Not really. Well, we could. I could take
Shadows, perhaps. Any
shadows.
from other buildings? From
I guess there is shade cast. Yes, there's a sun and there's shadows, but not enough to hide us. It's not internal darkness.
So do we face
Can we
the
create a
army or
diversion?
go around the
Perhaps?
army?
Can we create
I
an
can-
explosion
no.
farther off?
I
and-
can make us all invisible.
All of us?
I can upcast.
Yes.
My only concern is resources once we're in the ziggurat. I don't know what we have to
We have
face
to
when we
get.
get there.
We have to get to the ziggurat first.
Is the gas still coming in?
I was going to let you guys finish. But
I'm gonna let you finish.
It's coming.
glancing back, you can see it seeping about ankle deep where you guys are standing.
All right.
Is it pouring out of the crack though? Like, is it
Hey,
It does seem like it's. I mean, it will
make the shot.
is it dissipating?
Call it.
expel, but not faster than it's filling the chamber.
Kel will Astaire.
Stare.
Excuse me. Bibbity, bobbity, boo. And everyone is now invisible. That's a 4th level spell slot.
All right.
Okay.
All included.
Does it?
You can just zap him out of space and put him back in.
It will.
What?
If I were
You'd have
to.
to recall, you'd have to re-find him.
Okay.
Oh.
Is any because on Find Steed for Paladins,
Yeah.
anything that's cast upon me goes to my steed. Is the same? Okay. Then I am going to. I hate to say it. Goodbye, Ollie.
To put him back in
Yeah.
space.
He's going to space. Yep.
All right.
All right.
You watch as he turns to you like, no.
No.
With a tear. The only thing left is a
You see
tear
a
as it
lone
hits.
tear.
The-
You hear it sizzle as it passes through the gas.
All right.
Oh,
All right, we're invisible now. Let's get through the. Let's get.
okay.
Let's do it.
Do you want to tell us timing, or should we just go?
If I understand right, they're just staying guard between, not at the main, like kind of in between.
They're in between the two smaller ones, which basically centralizes them on the main ziggurat, and it's the first that you've seen, the first proper force to be, making a imposing military stand in this.
But they're
space.
not. So there's 2 entrances. How close? Wide? Where are they compared to the entrances? Are they circling the entrances? Like,
They are basically aligned. If you can envision the square base of that ziggurat, that if from where you guys would approach right now,
Right.
there is an entrance on either side.
right?
There are the 2 smaller ziggurats just forward of that,
Yeah.
and they basically are lining the entire front face of the main ziggurat in between the,
So we'd have to cross that line in order to get to the entrance.
or go a hell of a long way around.
No. What is the arcane? When we look at when the arcane line looks at the main line, are they like shoulder to shoulder? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean they're rank and file. In fact, occasionally you're seeing that They are knocking arrows, drawing and loosing them, their back lines, and you can see that many a snake man is finding its end at the hands of this force.
Do we see? We're still in the tunnel right now? Right, we haven't moved out.
Right.
Do you see Cicero anywhere? Didn't he tell us he would meet us at the tunnel?
Yes, but that's only after we cleanse it. And that's going to be after that. We have to go past 2 rivers. Not 1, not 3, but 2 rivers.
How many?
How many rivers?
2. It's how I have to remember it. I'm sorry. It's how my brain works.
For everyone but Aster, the gas is probably about waist high now. For
Okay,
Aster,
let's
it's
just-
a little more like
Can we go?
navel to
Let's just figure it
stomach.
out.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
just
go.
go.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, we'll just.
What's
try
good
to
news
navigate.
is this is just invisibility, which lasts an hour.
Okay.
So it's
But
not
you
like
can't cast any spells.
no, it's
and-
concentration.
Let's.
Oh, which means your Arcane Eye is gone.
It is. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Good point.
All right. Well, let's move. Let's try to be as
Yeah, let's see if we can find.
inconspicuous as
Every
possible.
once in a while, there might be a weakness in the area as people die and shit. We can take advantage of chaos.
That's fair.
All right.
Stick to the jungle.
Try not to
if
get hit by
possible.
stray arrows.
All right.
All right. Pushing your way out. The gap that you can see, you're gonna have to physically move that stone in order to get out. I mean, like
I
it's about
got
an inch and
this.
a half
I'll
wide.
move it.
Okay.
I'll help.
Give me
I'll
a
help as well.
give me an athletics. In fact,
Wow.
Aster's probably feeling that gas beginning to tickle her nose.
It's okay. It's a 15 on the dice. It's like 20. I'm basically a
I'm
beefcake.
an 18.
Jesus.
What'd you roll?
18.
Wow.
with a -6 modifier. So.
No, I'm not Cal right now. I think Aster is fairly well balanced.
No, -6 strength for you is
That's wizard
that's
life.
that's wizard life.
What's your life?
Feel
I got
the
magic
burn.
missile though. It's all good.
As as you brace yourself against the block, pushing it out, you can see kind of the heavy divot of sand and clay that it displaces, making a large enough space for you guys to exit. Stepping out into the sun is, under any other circumstance, would be such a relief. But kind of the first whiz as the arrow kind of zipping by kind of clatters off of stone. You can hear the crack as it tumbles into the brush. And again, all around you. In fact, you're having to actively take strides to not allow snake men who are running through here to just plow into you, not realizing that that you're present.
Right.
Kind of the chaos that's ensuing. And again, it's kind of a collapsing guerrilla warfare that's going on. So there isn't the rhyme and reason to it that you might expect in a formal engagement. What would you guys like to do?
I guess go towards the big ziggurat.
Yeah, there's that entrance closest to us.
Right. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving that way, there's a few stands of kind of curated jungle land where they've kept these clusters of trees. And as you kind of are moving out that way, you break out into a smaller clearing. You can see to the right one of those monoliths that rises up. To the left is a relatively open space. In fact, you can see some behind some of the foliage, some low slung buildings certainly don't carry the majesty that the rest of this does. But
Who cares?
in that space, you can see a full-blown skirmish breaking out. You can see from inside those buildings a small unit that's moving through, an ambush kind of breaking out as these snake men come charging out, arrows raining out. Not so dissimilar from what you experienced in the abandoned camp, albeit by scale a fair bit larger. This kind of playing out in the backdrop. Given the chaos that's going on, give me a stealth check with advantage across the board.
Does that mean double advantage for you?
How does that even work?
Doesn't
The best of the best.
The advantage.
Can I bless? Shit.
18.
You can.
Well, I was gonna bless you.
Oh, if you want to
Can
bless.
I bless myself? I guess I'm the dangerous.
You rolled an 18.
Yeah, but if you want to bless, I mean, I don't know.
All right.
Clanky clank. Here comes the tank.
Ooh, I'm so glad that was an advantage.
Are you blessing?
Myself.
Okay.
Well,
Wait,
guiding
eight.
myself.
Guiding. There you go. 2.
14. I'm assuming there's a negative in there. Or
No.
are you? Oh, okay.
Neutral
14.
text. Yeah, 14.
Guidance is a spell. Yes.
Yes, but she's not casting invisibility. What is the components for a
Yeah, but I
guidance?
believe casting a spell ends the effect of invisibility or making an attack.
That is a good point.
I didn't know that. Okay, I don't do magic. Well, if I'm invisible because of that, that's my fault.
Well,
I don't knows magics.
You wouldn't have known.
Yeah. In fact, I think it's about as true form as.
The
Yep.
spell ends for a target that attacks or
Sorry.
casts a spell.
In the clearing, you watch as this bless certainly
I'm
Par-
so stealthy.
paring down, and
Guys,
you can
check me
see kind of this oversized tiptoeing form of Kel just manifest. That said, what was your stealth check?
14.
Okay.
It's not
Well, everyone else was.
18.
amazing.
As you manifest, you can see that the skirmish that's going on has grabbed more or less everyone's attention in this space.
Oh, good.
But it doesn't take long before you hear a shout, a scream, and you watch as 2, 4, 5 snake men begin pouring their way out, and I mean you could see the malice and intent in their expression as they.
I'm gonna run. I don't know where, but I guess towards the main entrance.
Yeah, I mean that's run.
Okay, turning and just booking. You're just gonna.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't have an answer for this one.
Yeah.
I made a boo boo. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't know.
All right,
We're concentrating to keep me and you alive right now.
Yeah.
So.
charging.
I'm gonna have my weapons drawn. They're invisible too, right?
Hmm?
Okay, I'm not gonna attack anything, but I'm gonna prepare and like keep my eyes on Kelt
Okay.
to see if anyone.
Well, if she's running and you guys are following suit, it just so we're clear, you're going to lose what moving silent advantage you have,
Right.
given the circumstance. So I mean, that's fine. I'm just letting you know that there will be implications to keeping pace with her even while invisible.
How far are we from? It was 100 yards. How far are we?
You've probably traveled about 20 of those
Oh,
100 yards.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've lost the element of surprise.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
just run with alongside her and hope the invisibility keeps.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Okay. Give me an athletics check, Kel, as you are.
you got that
Nope. That's like an 8 for me, I think.
total?
Yeah, that was a 3 on the
Oh.
dice.
You
No, sorry, 10.
take off sprinting as fast as you can. 2 of the snake men are on you before you can even kind of find your momentum.
I will. Are they? How are they armed?
Both of them are dual wielding scimitars. The 2 that are immediately on her. You can see of the other ones that kind of were coming out of the woodwork. Some of them are beginning to knock their own arrows. The contingent, everything around. It's you can feel the you can feel the pot is beginning to boil.
I'm going to hand Aster the serpent's eye.
Okay, I take it.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Just get safe. And then I will attack them, the ones that attack her.
Okay. Where are you going?
Guess I'm going to continue to go to the entrance.
Okay, heading to the entrance, and you're doing so stealthily.
Silently, yes.
Okay. Give me that check whilst you can both basically roll at the same time.
Okay.
As
Am I attacking?
yep,
Full attack?
attacking.
Roll the dice.
As you are, effectively turning to run, the two of them kind of on you, both of them kind of raising a blade
Oh, okay.
overhead to.
Out of nowhere, you just see flame kind of like flicker into existence, and just kind of as it comes into view, so does the rest of
All right.
Katarina. Slice.
What do you got?
All right, I'm just gonna attack the closest one.
Okay.
Here's Valor. Ew.
L.
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 10.
Plus that 16, so probably not.
Okay.
Little segment are bitches.
Oh my god, the exact same roll.
So hurt yourself with 16 hits.
16 is not gonna hit. But I have 2 attacks, yeah?
Yeah. But does 16 hit?
But does 16 hit? I doubt it.
Lurching out of invisibility, and actually,
Does that count as a
It's a surprise round, kind of.
Well, yeah, we're not in an initiative structure
In
yet.
its own way.
Lurching out, you watch as the first snake man is raised up, poised to attack her, and curving that blade and parrying off your first strike. The second one coming up and parrying off the second, as the two of you kind of two snake men and 2 rovers kind of square up properly. And if you have a second attack, you can go ahead and make it.
Right. Ow. Where my gun? So that's 20
Okay.
Yes.
on Valor. And 23 on Lightbringer.
Both of those will hit.
Oh boy! Nice Valor. I can't remember things. Where's the Valor? Is it in equipment?
Yes. Or
What did you roll for your?
Oh, alright. I was going to ask, do I have advantage?
yes.
There
If you're
it is.
if you're
Okay.
moving silently, yep.
There you
With like invisible?
Yeah, you're invisible. So it's just with everything going on, I'm moving silently isn't a real difficult task.
16.
go.
16.
are you
Okay.
doing sneak attack with that?
I am. Is that
Okay.
is that of something I do with Valor or Lightbringer, or just as an attack?
As long as you meet the criteria, which I believe that you do.
Someone is attacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you're dueling the one you're with. And then you also roll, Lightbringer.
So 11. Oh. 3 on Lightbringer.
They're
3
both
plus
plus
6
6.
is 9, so that's 20 plus the sneak attack. Oh, almost into crits.
Nice.
18, 19. So 39? Did I do that right? Damage. Come on.
All right. The first 2 parried and seemingly anticipating that that's all you're going to be able to deliver. The second 2, ill-prepared, are his scimitars, as both of them find scale and flesh, a spray of blood kind of casting across yourself, it, and Kel, as the creature is
Is it wearing
badly wounded. This one is not. This one is he's wearing very, very minimal armor. You can see kind of the lithe, scaly body is mostly exposed.
Okay. I think that's mostly. Let's see. I'll disengage. No, because you're on. They were on both ends, right?
Yeah, they've flanked Kel.
But I like being in your reach, in your aura. So I'm gonna stay back to back. So hopefully we can shift our little skirmish as we go.
Okay.
So
Excellent. 16 creeping further and further. You clear around a second monolith, and now in person is the first time that you can see any amount of the force that has posted up. You're wanting to continue on towards the.
If I can get there, then I can help. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Continuing to
Oh,
push off in that
sneaky
direction.
dice.
I need one more check from you,
With
sir.
advantage.
Still with advantage as long as you are, or as long as the chaos is ensuing in the space.
Invisible.
18 and 16.
18
Nice.
plus 20.
18 plus 20.
Continuing.
Well, 18 plus 2. Sorry.
38. No way. Pushing further now, you clear the
line.
the corner that kind of delineates where this force has posted up. And as you begin working around that way, you just come to the the grand entrance of that ziggurat. You can see that the large stone door in this entryway, for now anyways, does seem to be firmly shut, possibly barricaded, but I mean you can tell that they have responded to what's going on.
The ambush.
That said, I will need initiative across the board for anyone who is locked in a skirmish, but that initiative will have to kick off
Oh,
Next time.
¿Por qué?
when we get into the next one. Beyond that, anything you guys have to say to those beautiful, beautiful faces at home?
Don't cast spells when you're invisible.
We've learned things. Check for traps. Always.
Keep being you. I was perfect this last round. I don't know what the hell you all talking
Oh, were you now?
Oh.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this time. Until next time.
The world is yours.
about.